I'm Dr. Paul, and we're here at the Chiropractic Personal Injury Attorney Educational Workshop. That's personal injury attorney that gets referrals from attorneys. We're here with Dr. Travis. And so Dr. Travis started putting the documentation together and the marketing, and he's got an interesting story. So tell us about, so you worked with this one attorney, you did all the things with the documentation we talk about.
Yep.
So you knew you had a good case.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
But tell us the story of what happened with that case.
So that case, it was a young gal. We found that she had, at MMI, she had an impairment. So I followed all the documentation steps that you taught me, including the narrative report. I delivered it to the attorney.
Let's pick up from the attorney perspective. So
So
he wanted to settle
He wanted to settle the
for pennies on the dollar.
yeah, a few $1,000s on the case.
And he now knew, because he went through all our documentation, you now knew you had a way more valuable case.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, prior to taking our course, would you have even have known that that was a valuable case?
I wouldn't have had a clue. Would have had to reduce.
Right. Okay, so you knew you had a really good case because
Yep.
you did the documentation, you knew what it meant.
Yep.
And then you tell me about, you didn't let him settle.
No, he tried. He said the insurance company is pushing back. They're laughing at this narrative. I knew that the policy limit was 50 grand, and I said, "Hey, you get $50,000, or you're not a good attorney."
So he knew what he had, but the attorney didn't. And this is what I keep trying to tell you, is that you're the one that knows and should know way more than the attorney, because you're the physician, what you do or don't have.
Yeah.
Attorneys don't know. But to be honest with you, the chiropractors don't, like you didn't know prior to taking the documentation, right?
Didn't have a clue.
So he puts it all together, does the attorney marketing, he knows he's got a good case. The good news is he stood fast and basically said, you know, what is it you said? You said,
I said, if you don't get 50 grand, you suck.
I thought you said something about you weren't going to work with him again or something like that. Or
well,
I'm not going to,
I
I
don't
don't
work with
remember.
him much because of,
Okay.
yeah.
So, in any way, you pushed him to,
Yeah.
and then what happened? So he didn't cave.
No, so he came back and forth. Well, the insurance companies, and I said, then let's go to trial.
Right. So
file a
so he pushes them to go to trial because he knew he had the documentation.
Yep.
The attorney didn't.
Yep.
This is what you have to be able to do.
Yep.
And then what happens?
Then about 3 weeks later, he called and they gave policy limits.
From a few $1,000s,
Yeah.
they were offering a few $1,000s.
Yeah, five or six grand.
$5,000 or $6,000. He was willing to take because now he not only knew how to document it, he knew what he had, but he had to educate the attorney. And then it went to $50,000. How happy was the attorney with that?
He was happy. Patient
Yeah.
was even more happy.
Right. And that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.